Hey, good morning. We have a wonderful service for you today at A Place of Faith. Today, our message is on the spiritual principle of aging. And our own Becky R. will show us this principle in action. Jody B. has our amazing music, and Patricia S. will be doing a meditation for us. Before we get into all that, though, let's start in prayer. Higher power, Father, Mother, God, we give thanks as we join together, learn together, and explore together the developing spirituality that we thirst for, that we hunger for. God allowed this lesson to be a gift to all who hear it, all who take part in it, and all who see it. Thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. A Place of Faith is dedicated to the spiritual development and growth of all people. We are especially focused on families that are reuniting after being disturbed by something that we have to recover from. Thank you for joining us today. Now, let's hear from Jody.
May the good Lord be with you down every road you roam. And may sunshine and happiness surround you when you're far from home. And may you grow up to be proud, dignified and true, and do unto others as you have done to you. Be courageous and be brave, and in your heart you'll always stay forever young, forever young, forever young. May good fortune be with you, may your guiding light be strong. Build a stairway to heaven with a prince or a vagabond. And may you never love in vain, and in my heart you will remain forever young, forever young, forever young. And when you finally fly away, I'll be hoping that I served you well. For all the wisdom of a lifetime, no one can ever tell. But whatever road you choose, I'm right behind you, win or lose, forever young, forever young, forever young, forever
Thank you, Jody. That was beautiful. So, as I told you before, today we're going to do the spiritual principle of aging. Not all of us think of aging as being a spiritual principle. So many of us find ourselves living a lot longer than we ever thought we would, facing problems that we never imagined we would face, being in situations that we could not have predicted, watching generations move forward and feeling left behind, seeing our bodies change and wondering about medications. Is it safe to take them? Can I stay in recovery? So many questions come up that we weren't expecting, whether we're in recovery or not. If we're taking medications as prescribed, then we're safe in what we're doing. The idea that we can never take medications at all can really limit us. If you find a need for medication and a doctor that you believe in, follow those directions. Hopefully, you'll never need medications, and there's a lot of things that we can do that really limit our need for medications. If you're uncomfortable taking any kind of medication for any reason, maybe explore other options. The important thing is to be comfortable. But we aren't talking about medications today. What we want to talk about is aging, growing older. Several of us have long-term marriages, have spouses, have partners, or even friends that we've been close to, and we see aging in the people around us sometimes much more easily than we see it in ourselves. As we watch people age, we can be quite sure that we're aging too. How do we make it a spiritual experience instead of a chore or a bother or something that we fear? Well, let's explore what is spirituality. This is a quote from Harold Cohen, the director of the Center for Spirituality, Theology, and Health at Duke University. He says, spirituality is the personal quest for understanding answers to ultimate questions about life, about meaning, and about relationship to the sacred or transcendent. Doesn't that fit with aging? As we age, aren't these questions more important than they've ever been before? As we age, don't we find ourselves wondering, what comes next? Have I lived a good life? What does life mean anyways? Or the big one, why am I still here? Seeking out these answers, finding these answers, spending time developing spiritually is a wonderful and profound gift that comes as we age. That was quite a statement, wasn't it? Let me explain. When we were younger, everything was such a big deal. We had no idea what job we were going to do, how to handle money, if we'd even get a driver's license, if that person would like us, if we'd fit in socially, if we'd get that raise. Remember, we used to have a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety in our lives. But as we age, we have an opportunity to build up our confidence. We know why we're here. We know what our career has been, what our life has stood for, what we've been about. And we also know that every little thing isn't the biggest thing in the world. If we concentrate on the here and now, on being in the moment, we let go of so much of that anxiety, so much of that angst that used to drive us and keep us up at night. Now, as we grow older, we have an opportunity to embrace the silence, to create the rituals, the beliefs, the traditions that settle us and grow us in our spirituality. Now, as we're growing older, we have an opportunity to breathe, whatever that means for us, and just be present in the moment. I remember when I was young, I didn't ever think I'd live past 30 for one thing, and I've doubled that. But I used to feel like everything was in such a hurry and jump from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. And honestly, I find I can still do that. I can still run forward, moving into the next thing, into the next thing. And I don't want to live that way anymore. If I just stop and breathe and be right here in this moment, right now, I find myself relaxed and centered and grounded. Patricia is going to lead a wonderful meditation for us. I invite you, as you're watching it, to mark down where it shows up on the video so that you can go right to it and play it over and over again if you start getting caught up in things. So often we're afraid of what comes next as we age. We're afraid of, what if this fails, or I need that, or they do this to me. We're afraid that we won't be wanted, we won't have a place to live. Those are not spiritual concepts and principles. And I invite you to focus on the now, knowing that God is right here with you right now, knowing that your spirituality is growing and developing in ways you never imagined before. Spend time in the silence. Connect with the universe, with your higher power, with whatever it is you connect with, and breathe into that. I also invite you to count your blessings, to really look at all the wonderful, incredible things that you've already experienced and be a part of. Really look at the people around you as they age, at the lives that they've lived and the people that they've become, and be thankful. Living in gratitude, living in the moment, praying and developing spiritually, whether it's meditation, going for walks, swimming in a pool, just sitting in the silence, whatever it is for you, do more of that. I really invite you to find the things that feed your soul and feed your soul. You don't have to explain or justify whatever it is. I have heard some really interesting things from people about how they develop spiritually. And the one thing I hear above all else is their enthusiasm, their excitement, and their delight in their spiritual growth and development. One of the things that I love to do is garden. There's just something about being out in the world and making things grow and comfortable and creating a place for them. Even if I'm not able to keep up a huge garden with all the food I could eat for a year, I can still tend a plant. I can still tend my herbs. I can still tend things in ways that make me know I'm of value and I can create, making life grow using the herbs I grow. Maybe take up cooking. Mindful, loving cooking is such a gift. We know that science has proved our expectations impact our results when we're doing scientific experiments. We know that if you expect to find something, you are so much more likely to find it. And if we carry this concept out a little further, we know that when we cook with love and with joy, the food we cook tastes better and holds more nourishment. We know when we just angrily throw something in the microwave and it comes out, that anger, that heat still exists within that food, and we end up eating literally our emotions. Cook with love, tend yourself with love. Be grateful for everything you can do and do it. Sitting around thinking of what you could do is so much different than taking action and doing what you can. One of the biggest parts of the principle of aging spiritually is focus on your higher power. Read books that fit with your morals, with your standing. If you're watching television or listening to podcasts, be careful to listen to and watch what fits for you. Remember, whatever you're focusing on, you're honoring with your intention. And when you pay attention to things that you don't want to honor, the fear factor, the shock value, you really make those things bigger in your life. Aging as a spiritual principle means growing forward in your development spiritually, means slowing down the craziness of life and really focusing on all that you can do, all that you can have, all that you have done. Be grateful. Live in joy and in light. And remember, aging really is a gift. It really is a time to slow down, to figure out what matters, and to offer your attention, your strength, your enthusiasm to those things. Please join me in prayer. God, as we move forward, we look for new ways to find you, to honor you, and to know you. God, as we turn inside, we would find how we are connected to all life, to all that is. God, we affirm that we are worthy, ready, and joyously grateful for this opportunity to age spiritually. And so it is. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see what comes next.
Thank you, Linda. My name is Becky R., and I am here with the Principle in Action on the spiritual principle of aging. Now, I know that Linda said that I wasn't really sure that this was a spiritual principle either when she first mentioned it, and I was a little curious about what she had to say. And I totally got it after a little while, doing a little research and taking a little time, because there is a spiritual principle about aging, and it's common. People talk about it all the time, but we don't really realize that it's about aging. One of the things that is said a lot, a phrase, is hindsight is 20/20. Now, I know that I can, at my age, sit and look at my 20s or my teens or my 30s, even my 40s, and go, wow, now I get it. Now I understand. And that comes with practice. That comes with patience. That comes with understanding. That comes with levels of understanding that change. Because it does happen that sometimes even 2 or 3 years passes and you can reevaluate. Sometimes just months passes and you can reevaluate. But one of the things that comes to mind, being one of 2 grandparents that are raising grandchildren, is, I remember when I was a kid and I couldn't wait to be 18 years old. And I thought at 18 was some magical number, and I could do all these things, and I could make all these choices for myself, and nobody could tell me what to do anymore. And it seemed like it took forever to get there. And it's like every year was long and it was drug out and stuff. Here, though, in my 60s, I look back and I think they're going by so fast. the years are just speeding by. That's because I have so many years to compare it to. Whereas if you're 8 or 9 or 10, you really only have the recollection of a few years passing, so it feels like it takes forever to get there. So time seems like it takes a long time, but it's actually all traveling at the same time, but when you have 50, 60 years to compare it to, and all the decisions and all the discernment that happened along that way, it is a gift. There's a lot of things about being older, even with the fact that we're raising children, that are a gift, because I have more compassion. I have more understanding. I can look at things in a different way, and I can discern differently. And it is more tiring as well. And yet, I can see more of the gifts. And the more discernment I have, the more I can recognize what I'm grateful for. The time I used to spend being caught up in what had to be, when I was raising kids and I was in my 20s and 30s and I was a single parent, seems so different than the time it is now. So there are a lot of spiritual gifts in aging, and I really hope that this is a good example for you, to give you some ideas to think of how the spiritual principle of aging would work in your favor as well. So thank you.
No, I'm not colorblind. I know the world is black and white. I try to keep an open mind, but I just can't sleep on this tonight. Stop this train. I want to get off and go home again. I can't take the speed it's moving in. I know I can't, but honestly, won't someone stop this train? I don't know how else to say it. Don't want to see my parents go. I'm one generation's length away from fighting life out on my own. Well, stop this train. I want to get off and go home again. I can't take the speed it's moving in. I know I can, but honestly, won't someone stop this train? I'm so scared of getting older. I'm only good at being young. So I play the numbers game to find a way to say my life has just begun. Had a talk with my old man. He said, help me understand. He said, turn 68, you'll renegotiate. Don't stop this train. Don't for a minute change the place you're in. And don't think I couldn't ever understand. I tried when it's good and it feels like it should, and they're all still around, and you're still safe and sound, and you don't miss a thing till you cry when you're driving away in the dark, singing, stop this train, I want to get off and go home again. I can't take the speed it's moving in. I know I can't, 'cause now I see I'm never stop this train.
Thank you for joining us today. Today's message is on aging. This is a vital and empowering journey. We are in the driver's seat and gratefully choose to create this wonderful adventure. We are able to look forward with excitement and anticipation. Please relax. This is your time. This is the time we put aside for ourselves. Let go of all the cares, all the chores, all the need to do operations, and just relax. Take in a cleansing breath and release all the tension that you have been feeling. Release love, peace, and perfect energy to the universe. As we ponder the thoughts that were presented in our message, let's relax and enjoy some of the ideas on aging on this journey. Frank Lloyd Wright wrote, "The longer I live, the more beautiful life becomes." Isn't that phenomenal? And it's so true. Sophia Loren wrote, "There is a fountain of youth. It is your mind, your talents, the creativity you bring to your life, and the lives of people you love." Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Wise words from Mark Twain. Louise Hay wrote, "Know that you are the perfect age. Each year is special and precious for you shall only live it once. Breathe in, energizing air, relaxing air. Smile. Be confident in the age that you are. This is a beautiful journey. Ingrid Bergman said, "Getting old is like climbing a mountain. You get a little out of breath, but the view is so much better." Think of how much you know, appreciate, and love now than you did when you were younger. I have often been asked, would you like to go back in time and change anything? I don't want to change anything. The joys, the sorrows, the hurts. It brought me to where I am today, and I am so thankful for this journey that I have been on. John Lennon wrote, "Count your age by friends, not years. Count your life by smiles, not tears." Do not grow old, no matter how long you live. Never cease to stand like a curious child before the great mystery into which you were born. Wise words from Albert Einstein. Aging is a blessing. It's a gift we give ourselves. Enjoy the gift. Revel in the sharing of all that you've learned on your journey. Share the love, the insight, the passion that you have. You are in control. You are the one that can create your own aging experience. Don't be influenced by others. Put a smile on your face and know you are in the driver's seat. You are driving your journey forward. Think about that for a moment. Be comfortable in your awareness. And when you're ready, slowly, gently, tenderly, nudge yourself back to the here and now. Be grateful for where you are, for where you've come from, and for where you are going. Love is all around. Embrace it. Revel in it. Be excited for the continuation of your journey. And so it is. Namaste.
A lot of us grew up believing at any moment we could lose it all. At the drop of a hat, God might turn his back and move on. A lot of us feel like we blew it, thinking that we're just too far gone. But I want you to know that there's still hope for you now. And no matter what you've done, you can't erase his love. Nothing can change it. You're not separated, no matter what. There's never been a better time to get honest. Never been a better time to get clean. So come as you are, run to the cross and be free. No matter what you've done, you can't erase his love. Nothing can change it. You're not separated, no matter where you run. He's always holding on. You're still a daughter, you're still a son, no matter what. You're still a daughter, you're still a son, no matter what.
As we bring this session to a close, thank you to everyone who participated and to you for attending. Thank you, thank you. And now, with the closing prayer, the prayer of St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is dying that we are born to eternal life. Thank you, and have a wonderful week.
Being in recovery means being of service. Locally,
The Salvation Army is looking for food donations. The San Diego Blood Bank is looking for donations, and the McAllister Thrift Store is also looking for donations of any kind. You don't know what you want to do or volunteer? Look at volunteermatch.com. Join us in spreading our message of recovery. Send your donations to Unity Church of El Cajon, 311 Highland Avenue, El Cajon, California, 92020. Be sure to put in the memo, it's for a place of faith. You can donate online as well at unityofelcajon.org. There's a donate button. It's safe and secure. We want to work with your organization. We have speakers with decades of experience. We do workshops, speaking engagements, spiritual mentoring, lessons, and more. Give us an email at aplaceoffaith@sohomail.com. Stay connected and updated. We're on Facebook and YouTube. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. A Place of Faith is sponsored by Unity Church of El Cajon.